I think the most exciting and impactful thing we're working on is creating and driving the new data-driven science paradigm. This is about real-time, interoperable data and measurement about the world that we can then act on with great agility and responsiveness. So we talk about impacts in the next couple of decades. It's time for us in partnership to create that new scientific paradigm together.
We have individual countries where we think that there is the willingness of partners to come to the table and to really say, how can we together work on a longer-term strategy to make a pronounced change on how farmers have access to modern technologies.
One of the most exciting areas currently in RTB is around a mobile app called Nuru, and this is an application which can detect and identify plant diseases. And we think there is huge potential in this. This is based upon artificial intelligence. To be able to train the application to identify plant diseases, hundreds of thousands of images had to be scanned in, and then it used artificial intelligence to distinguish between what's an infected leaf with a particular disease and what's a healthy leaf. We can develop a global database of where diseases are happening, where they're spreading faster. If we can have large numbers of people using these kinds of applications, we can generate a lot of data about where diseases are, how they're spreading, and potentially link that also to extension feedback and recommendations on what people should do to address those pests and diseases.
We're now beginning to produce data on, for example, greenhouse gas emissions from livestock systems in Africa for the very first time. That has got African governments extremely excited about for the fact for the very first time they are now beginning to get information and data that they can use in climate change negotiations. So it's empowering them with real data and real evidence about the situation in their countries. That, I think, could be a real game changer in terms of the empowerment of African governments to go to international fora and negotiate about climate change, to attract climate change finance, and to provide evidence to counteract the kind of very negative perceptions of livestock from the developing world.
CGIAR is unique because of its global reach, because of its really deep partnerships that it has on the ground in really complex environments. The trusted voice of the CGIAR, the expansive global network. There is no other organization in the world that has the ability to respond to these things, to understand the challenges, and to provide really concrete solutions from an evidence base based on research so that they can be successful, so that they can make their own change.